Namaste, welcome. I'm Jennifer. Today we're going to do a short mindful flow with an emphasis on neck and shoulders and releasing tension so that we can be more easeful and more aware of how we hold ourselves to stay more easeful through the day. So take any comfortable seat to start with. I'm going to sit up on a block just so I'm not adding tension into my system to try to hold myself upright. So make sure you're starting with a foundation that is a neutral pelvis, and then everything else can fall and drape more easily. Everything begins with the earth and rises up. So as you inhale, bring your shoulders up towards the ears, not squeezing too hard, but feeling that gentle contraction, that contraction in the upper traps. And on your exhalations, long, slow exhale through the nose as you let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Feeling the difference, feeling how much movement there is. Exhaling as you drop the shoulders and having a little pause at the end of that breath. Just to observe that we don't need to hold them up. They can drape away from our frame. And one more time. Slow exhalation, let it all go. And then shift a little bit side to side and feel the weight down through your sits bones. We want to remind the body of ease, so find the most easeful long line through your spine. And keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed. And then imagine that someone's put a dollop of oil, like a little squeeze of oil at the very top of your spine where your head is resting on that atlas and axis. And then just bring a little bit of movement into the head. Not going to the edges where you feel a stretch, more focusing on the ease and the spaciousness that's already there. And we're going to expand that from the inside instead of try to apply something from the outside. So you really get to just trip out on the spaciousness, on the ease of movement, these little circles with the crown of the head, feeling your skull rotate and swivel and spiral on the top of the spine. And just explore the range that's possible for you easily. Then we'll let the right ear come towards the right shoulder. Let the spine pour over a little bit like you're tipping water at the crown of the head. And then from the base of the spine, wave yourself back up to center so the head comes up last. And then we'll lead with the head like you're tipping water, pouring water out of a pitcher through the crown of the head. Tip yourself over to the other side, letting the ear come towards the shoulder, letting the spine extend laterally, and then from the rootedness down through the sits bones and the core, gently zipping yourself back up to center. And we'll do one more on each side. Pouring the water over through the crown to the right. Pulling yourself back up. And pouring the water over to the left. Letting everything be easeful, just hugged by gravity towards the earth. And then slowly back up. Oh, I love that one. And we'll bring the right hand to the top of the left shoulder. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. And squeeze that upper trap. So now, yes, you're reminding yourself of where you're holding tension, but just giving yourself a gentle hug in that muscle. And then feeling the muscle lengthen as you gently tip the right ear towards the right shoulder. And come back up to center, release the squeeze, re-squeeze. ear towards the shoulder. You're creating a different attachment point, letting the muscle lengthen under your hands, and one more time. And you can do this anytime for a bit longer than this. It's so good. And then when you come back up to center, let your right hand come back down to your lap, so you can notice that after just 3 little movements, what a difference you feel between the left and the right shoulder. Which one feels higher, which one feels lower, which one feels more open. And then we'll go with the left hand to the upper right trap, give that nice little squeeze, and then pull the length into the muscle as you bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, and then come back up to center. Unsqueeze, re-squeeze, lengthen. Just keeping your steady breath through the nose, breathing into the pelvis. Long, slow exhalations, and this last time we squeeze and let the head tip over, and then come back to center. And if you have only a couple of minutes in your day where you're sitting at a desk or you just need a little reset, you can do just those movements and notice what a difference you've already created. It's so good. And then one more thing we'll do here before we come to hands and knees is slide your hands down in front of your neck, down to underneath your collarbones, and press in and down on the muscles that are underneath the collarbones, and then look up to open the front of the throat, and then kiss the sky, or make the movement like you're going to kiss the sky. And then curl the chin back in, press in and down with your hands, open the front of the throat, stretching the scalenes, front of the neck. Maybe look a little from side to side. Feel those muscles pulling gently open. And one more time, curling the chin in, pressing in and down, looking up. And returning back to center. And now let your hands rest and see that you've opened the front, you've opened the throat, you've lifted the chest a little bit, and let the shoulders relax. And just posturally, you're already set up in a way that let your shoulders and your arms hang with more ease off of your frame. So my invitation to you is to walk through your day or sit in your day as though your shoulders and your arms are like this heavy velvet coat that just get to drape off of your frame. So let's come around to hands and knees. You can keep a block close to you if you have one. If not, the edge of a chair or a couch or desk or a counter will work great. So just keep that close. So come into hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, carry your toes under, rock your weight back into the balls of your feet so you can stretch your feet, stretch your toes, and slide your hands back close to your knees. I'm going to play with some different wrist positions and arm positions. So with the palms flipped up, let the shoulder blades press away from each other, let the head come down. Just focusing on staying in the easy range, and then pull the shoulder blades back as much as you can, look up. And then flip your palms to face the ground, or do the same thing. Rounding the back, pressing into the hands, rolling the shoulder blades back, opening through the throat and the chest as you look up. And try some different hand positions. So we want to prepare for real life, which is not a bunch of straight lines. So you can have palms up and the arm bones are rotated as much as possible internally. And then you get to see the arm bones feed into the shoulders. Where can you get to in your back? Not putting too much pressure down, no pain. We definitely don't want any pain. Try some different angles. Just getting the movement in the upper back and the shoulder blades. Preparing the wrists. Let's try one more angle. For we can explore for a long time, and we want to keep this sweet. and short and simple. Walk your hands back forward. And as you inhale, drop your navel, pull the energy down the front of the body into the pelvis, look up. And as you exhale, start to round your back, tucking the tailbone under and letting this wave carry up through the spine and end in the crown of the head. And then inhaling, pulling the energy down the front of the body, and exhaling, curling it up, just focusing on your pace, lengthening it out, slowing it down as much as possible. Okay, we'll come to neutral spine and bring your right leg out to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see me better. Bring the right leg out to the side, ground through all four corners of the foot, sway into your hips. Let your hips come to the right, and we'll bring this right arm open up towards the sky. And notice as we do that we're pulling the elbow up and the shoulder back and the chest open, and then letting the arm unfurl towards the sky. So it's an expression from the chest, like you're opening up the curtain across the heart. So play with that a few times, bringing the hand down, keeping it close to the body as you think about opening up, like a little Care Bear moment, revealing your heart, reaching the arm up to the sky. And then one more time. This is so good. Let that shoulder blade slide. Let the shoulder come onto the back. Reach up. And then just play. Play with the different movements that your body can make while keeping the legs strong and that back arm, that bottom arm kind of rooted to the earth. What are the different movements that this top arm and shoulder and torso can create? Playfulness and ease. Isn't it nice to not have rules of alignment thrown at you every minute? And just to be able to have that invitation to be fully in your body and let it lead the way. Let what feels good lead the way. Here we are on the first day of Taurus season, and that's my jam. I'm a Taurus girly. All right, let's circle that arm back down. See how you feel from right to left. And we'll slide the right knee in and go out with the left leg, grounding through all four corners of the foot. Sway the hips from side to side. Letting the tailbone slide to the left and opening, pulling the curtains across the heart as you unfurl that arm up towards the sky, keeping the shoulder back. Play with this a few times. Almost like you're lifting something heavy. You have to keep it close to the body and then get under it and push it up to the sky. So that can really help you find it. Opening things up. And then the next time you open that arm to the sky, allow yourself this playful exploration. How far can you reach that arm over to the right, or over to the left, or back behind you? Your torso can round and extend. The torso can twist and rotate in both directions. You could even slide the arm through behind the right wrist. Just exploring what's possible, never stopping anywhere really, moving like you're suspended in honey. Giving yourself that space to play and feel and open the wings of the heart. Carry you forward. And then we'll bring that hand back down to the earth and slide the left knee back in. And we'll come all the way back, hips for the heels. Come into child's pose. You can absolutely stack your fists or your forearms, support your forehead with ease. If your forehead comfortably comes to the earth, it might feel nice for you to bring your arms by your sides and let the back of the heart open up and round a little bit more. There's no one way that's good for everybody, so your body is the boss. Are you able to relax in the position you're in and soften? And receive the breath into the back body. Just let everything be soft and open. And we'll slide the arms forward and rise up with the rounded back into cat. And then inhale as you drop your navel, curl your toes under and shift your hips back towards your heels. And then reach the arms as far forward as you can and keep the hands about outer shoulder width apart. So you're kind of squatted back on the heels, but the toes are curled under and your side bodies are long and reaching forward. And that'll about be the perfect distance for most people using your own geometry. Ground through your hands. Start to press down into the balls of your feet so you'll feel your thighs activating. And try to keep the weight back in your feet and really use your leg strength to lift your hips up into downward dog. It's perfect alignment for my body, but make any adjustments that you need to feel like you're reaching back with the hips, more of the weight in the feet than the hands, so your shoulder blades can move around a little bit and slide onto your back so there's spaciousness between the top of the shoulder and the ears. You can move the head a little bit, finding the easeful alignment for you so your shoulders are doing less work. You can bend one knee and then the other. And just spend a couple breaths here. And if this is too intense for your shoulders, you can absolutely be in puppy pose, keeping the hips over the knees and continuing that same idea of reaching the hips back and opening through the shoulders and lengthening through the spine. Okay. And we'll slowly drop the knees back to the earth. Now here's where, if you have a block, you can use a block. If you have the edge of a chair, you can use the edge of a chair. And have the hands down. Hold on to the block with your left hand. So you can bring the right elbow to the top of the block and bring the hand to the back of the heart. That works great on a chair as well. And then let your heart settle down, your head settle down to the inside of the block. I'm trying to get anywhere, just trying to open up the space in the back and the shoulder and breathe into it. The slow breaths here just to let the body open. You can moderate the amount of pressure that's loving and bring a little more weight into the forearm that's on the ground so you're not overdoing it. And then let the back of your heart lift. We'll circle that right elbow off the block and forearm to the ground. Switch hands, hold on to the block. Left elbow to the top of the block. Close your wing, touch the back of your heart. You're giving yourself all the loving support you deserve. And slowly let your shoulder open as you bring the head and the heart down to the degree that is loving for your body. Breathe into that shoulder. And then we'll lift up with the back of the heart, circle that elbow back down, and we'll just place the block or the chair off to the side. Come back into your hands and knees. And we'll slide the left hand behind the right wrist, turn the palm towards the sky, and you can bring your head and left shoulder towards the earth. In this situation, my head's happy there, but my shoulder's not on the ground. That's fine. My head does not also have to be on the ground. In whichever position, tent your right fingertip. So you're lifting a little bit more space, right? So that right shoulder can pull onto the back. You can look up over your right shoulder. So whether your head's down, shoulders down, or they're both lifted, it's the strength of this right arm and pulling the shoulder blade back that helps you get that nice rotation in the upper body. Keep pressing down through the back of the left hand and breathe here. Breathe into the belly. Just have a couple breaths. And then press down through those right fingertips as you rise back up. And we'll set up with the fingertips already lifted on this left side. And slide the right arm through behind the left wrist. Maybe the head's down, maybe it's not. No worries. Push down through the left fingertips and pull that shoulder blade onto your back so you get that lovely rotation in the upper back, and send all of your breath into that space. We want it to feel good and to be able to breathe into it and to inhabit the luxuriousness of being in a human body. And then we'll press through the left fingertips to rise up. Ah, it's good. And then just explore a little barrel roll with your rib cage, trying to imagine that you're inside like a sideways peanut butter jar and your ribs are the spatula and you're going to scoop the edges of that jar. Getting everything moving and churning. Go in both directions. Okay, and then we'll bring the left knee forward between the hands and come to sit right on the hip. So instead of a pigeon prep that requires all kinds of, protection, we're just going to be in an easy position where you're on the hip, so the knee's happy. You can flex the foot. This back leg can be wherever it wants to be. Okay? And then we'll start to turn towards this front knee, and we're going to rainbow load the hip. And what I mean by that is exploring all of the possibilities. So your hip gets this gentle exploration and stretch in multiple angles. So more towards the foot, more towards the shin, more towards the knee, maybe more towards the hip. And then let yourself explore. Another option is changing the angle of that front knee so you're in more of a square leg position, and that can change things as well. And the back leg can be wherever you're happy. It's nice even to rotate a little bit, looking over one shoulder and feeling how that movement feeds down through the body. When you're fully in the body, right, we can explore as long as we're listening. We're not going to overload anything. And then you can bring the left forearm down, kind of over to the left a little bit, so you're more on the side of the hip, and that makes it easier to reach back with your right hand. Maybe bring the knee in close so that you can take a hold of the ankle or foot, and then pull the heel towards the hip, pull the knee back until you find a nice thigh stretch, and then we're also having a little more emphasis on the shoulders. Let those shoulders be back and your heart be open. You can look up and look down while you're enjoying the thigh stretch. Short, sweet, efficient practice. Stay in your body, stay in your breath. And then we'll unwind. Press down through your hands, lift the weight out of that front knee, slide it back. And we'll bring the right knee forward between your hands and come to sit right on the hip. Back leg can be wherever it wants to be, and we'll rainbow load this front hip. Trying some different angles. The luxuriousness of being in a human body to explore. Aren't we lucky? Approach with love. Inhabit with full presence and gratitude. You might change the angle of that knee. There's endless things to explore. And then you can bring the right forearm down a little out to the right so you can be on the right hip. You can reach back with your left hand for the foot. You also might need to bring the knee closer in towards you so you can take a hold and then swivel that knee back behind you until you find a nice thigh stretch. Shoulders back, heart open. Look up, look down. Breathe into everything. And then we'll unwind, rise up, and swing your legs forward. Nice little bend in the knees, be up on your sits bones. You can reach forward, maybe shins, maybe ankles, maybe outer feet, maybe peace fingers to the big toes. And you can have your legs a little wider, if that makes space for your torso. And we want to find an even amount of tension through the whole back body. So we definitely do not want tension in the lower back or just in the legs or anything intense anywhere. We're trying to spread it out like butter. So knees bent is great. And then you can start to walk your sits bones back a little bit until you find just the right amount of gentle tension. And if you let your head relax, then you can feel that whole back chain. Get that gentle traction and stretch. It is called Paschimottanasana, which means full west side of the body stretch, which means the whole back body from head to heels. So just be soft, no pushing, no pulling. Just let gravity hug you to the earth. And then we'll slowly start to rise up, grounding down through your sits bones and pouring your spine like a slinky over top of the hips, then coming back to center. And then we'll bring hands back, come down onto your forearms. Legs can be straight or bent as is comfortable. And we'll do a little fish pose modification. Press down through the shoulders, rise through the heart, look up, and then round into your back a little bit, and then let it lift back again. We don't want to create tension. We want to create openness. So don't hold in the way that creates tension or any knots happening in the backs of the shoulders. But we do want to move in these ranges, pulling circulation, pulling possibility into the body. And then we'll bend the knees, walk the elbows a little further forward, set yourself gently down onto the earth. Arms out to your sides, walk the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Drop your knees to the right, look over the left shoulder. Exhale fully, and on your inhalation, come back to center. And exhale, knees to the left, turn your gaze over the right. And as you connect your movements to your breath, know you are just distributing the benefits of this little practice through your whole body. Every part of your body is in movement right now, nice and gentle. The spine, the shoulders, the hips, the ankles. course. There's so much more we can do, but I'm trying to keep these really doable, grounding, embodied, short practices so that they're things you can come to when you want a little reset. Come back to center. Lengthen your legs out. Let your arms reach to the sky, and then palms turn to face behind you. And then let your arms slowly come down as you reach your shoulders, away from your ears. Press down through your arms, press down through the back of the head, press down through your heels, lengthen the lower back, engage the glutes, hug the earth. And then let everything melt, 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 melt into the earth. And rest. Feel every part of your body that's in contact with the earth. And imagine that your breath is rising from the earth up into the body on the inhalations and back down into the earth on your exhalations. Feeling that little extra sinking heaviness. Intending to soften a little more on every exhalation. Let your breath just breathe you. No need for any effort at all. Notice the parts of your body that move as you breathe in and breathe out. Notice any sensation in your body, any pulsation, warmness or coolness. The texture of your mat under your body. And notice any sounds that are around you, far, close, just holding it all in your awareness. Without needing to focus or name or judge, just noticing. And you can bring a hand to heart, a hand to your belly. Say thank you to your body and thank you to the wise part of you that made time for yourself, made time to practice being in the body so we can be fully present as a force of love in this world. Start to bend your knees. Use one arm as a pillow as you roll to the side. And decide what energy you are rising with. May we rise with ease and walk with ease. And take a seat just for a moment. Bring your hands together at heart center. And I offer this final prayer. Just let the words flow through you. Repeat them internally if they resonate with you. May I be at peace. May my heart remain open. May I remember the beauty of my own nature. May I be healed. And may I be a source of healing in this world. Namaste.